Let's go Bitcoin. Let's go to the moon. People that are buying here are buying very, it's like very risky at this point. I mean, we broke the 618. That's really good. Give me a second. I'm gonna bring up the chat. So we'll see if anybody's here. If anybody's saying anything. Let's see. What's up, Roshin? Welcome to the Friday live stream. Let's go. Happy Friday, everyone. What's up, Silver Days XRP Zebic? Yeah, we'll take a look at Zebic. Alan, can you do Zeri, bro? Hey, you actually commented on my video. I think that was you, right? You were the one asking for a Zeri, bro. I'm glad you made it to the live stream. Yeah, I could check it out. Zeri, bro. Cerebro. Oh, like Cerebro from X, from X-Men. Okay, I get it. That makes sense. Clifford the dog. Hello from Australia. Can you do Talcoin? What's up, Australia? You're coming here from Australia? Let's go. Yes, I can do Talcoin. Can you do, yeah, audio, video, good here. Let's go. Yeah, so let's do Zebic. I actually need to make a video on Zebic. It looks like it's breaking out for the however many time, right? Yeah, it looks like we're getting a breakout, so let's make a video. Taking a look at Zebic on the live stream, it does look like we are getting some sort of breakout right now, which is very, very, very good. We've been getting stuck every single time, and we've said the same thing basically in every single video, where from the high to the low, bearish under 30.99, so around 201. Bullish over 12. Once 12 breaks, the next target is 20.18. We did get stuck though. Yeah, we did get stuck here. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, we did get stuck here at the 0.5. 1, 2, we actually did the 618 retracement, and then 4 at 15. So it looks like we did tag 20.15. So this area does need a break, and the next target is retesting 18, and then from there we should go to 23 and then previous high. And then if this thing goes parabolic, once we actually do close over and stay over 20.18, we are looking at 20.9, which as of today is going to be around a 500% pump from the current price. And that's a Moonboy target, right? So 500%, what is that? Yeah, I mean 500%, you're still looking at 600 million market cap, so it could 10x from there too. But those are just my targets, and we'll look at it obviously once it starts breaking 18. It needs to get over 18. And that's pretty much it. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. And yeah, congratulations to Zebic holders. Good job. Cerebro. Cerebro. What is this coin? Okay, so we had to move up. What did we get stuck at the 382? We did get stuck at the 382. So yeah, bullish over 7 cents 70. You can see we actually came up, got rejected at the 382, came down, retested the 236 at support, and now we're moving back up. So very simple for Cerebro. We are technically consolidating in resistance. As long as we can maintain levels over 4 cents 40, then 7 cents 70 is in play. And then once that breaks, the next target would be 18 cents 80. And then from there to the moon. And that's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And thank you. take a look at Telcoin for the guy from Australia. Yeah, so Telcoin's doing very good. So congratulations if you bought in the accumulation. So for Telcoin, yeah, we're still over the 382. You can see we sold below it and then we got bought back up, retested it as support. Now we're moving back up. So as of right now, the two targets that you need to know for Telcoin is as long as it stays over 2.045, then 1 cent 20 is the next area, which we've got rejected at before. But once this does break, again, the next target is 260. And then from there, previous high, which as of today is going to be around a 10x from the current price. And that's pretty much it for Telcoin. Again, if we do break below 2.045, then we're no longer going to be macro bullish, and then we'll look at the areas of support at that time. Not financial advice, just my opinion, and thank you. Flip Coins in the house. What's up, Flip Coins? Welcome to the live stream. Let me know what coins you want me to look at for you. And your membership alone covers it. So I got you, Flip Coins. You don't gotta worry about nothing. And welcome to the live stream. Let's see. I got a little. We'll take a look at used car and Billy. Which damn, I have to wait until Monday, the 5th. Whatever. So I got a little over $1 million in Billy. Oh, nice. Looking to add another $1 million. Oh, of course, you're going to be adding it right before I buy it. That makes sense. What's the ceiling for Billy? Could it reach $1? Nice to hear from you. Yeah, so... Yeah, damn. Yeah, so I love Billy. I mean, it's like every single time I look at it, I get even more and more bullish on it. Very low market cap. So here, let me show you something. So for Billy... Yeah, so for Billy, the circulating supply and like the total supply and the max supply is 1 billion. So can it reach $1? Yeah, because it could definitely hit $1 billion. So if you think about it, other meme coins went well beyond 1 billion, but one that you can kind of compare it to is like Dogelon Mars. So at its peak, Dogelon Mars I think hit 1.4, 1.5 billion dollars. So that would be extremely life changing for Billy, by the way, if it actually hits $1 billion, right? But is it possible? Yeah, because it doesn't have like a quintillion supply. So it's not like saying, hey, Billy's going to go to $1 and it's going to be $1 trillion. It's going to be a more bigger market cap than Bitcoin. It's Billy's going to $1 and it's only going to be $1 billion market cap. And one thing that you should know is like the coin I'm in, it also has 1 billion total supply. So, and it has 7 cents and it's previously hit $1. So that was its all-time high. $1 So a lot of coins have hit $1 billion market cap. So it's not crazy to think that Billy can do it. It's just a gamble play, right? It needs to get listings. It needs to get exposure. It needs to get those listings and stuff. But let's take a look at Billy. Yeah. So for Billy, we've actually been covering this a lot. And for Billy, we did manage to find a floor at 2.018. So if it does go back down, 2.018 does need a hold. If it doesn't, we're going to be breaking lower. It's kind of like catching a falling knife. We don't know how low it's going to go. On the upside, 2.056 is in play right now. And then 1 cent 19 from there, you're looking at 3 cents 60. And then once that breaks out, previous high. And then from there, we have a lot of resistance, right? So obviously, this thing isn't going to teleport to $1 in 1 hour, right? Yeah, we have... I mean, technically, we have $4.65 in play, which would be a 5 billion market cap. So that would be life changing for Billy. But the reason why I really like Billy is because it has around $1 million locked liquidity, and the market cap is only $2.8 million. So that's very, very, very bullish in my opinion. So not financial advice, just my opinion. And we already did Cerebro. Yeah, we already did that. So that's what I think for Billy. But right now, if you're just looking for it right now, just remember 2.059 and 1 cent 11 are short-term resistance. But if you're actually going to hold this to $1, then none of this matters, right? None of the TA matters. The TA is mostly of like if you're going to sell on the way up. But the thing is with Billy, it's such a gamble play that even if it goes back up to its all-time high, the market cap is still going to be a baby market cap, right? So it's still going to be 160 million. So, and that's an 80x. So imagine if it goes all the way back, if it goes to $1, you know what I mean? So Yeah, not financial advice, just my opinion. And yes, I do think it could reach $1. I mean, technically, it could reach $4 or $5, $4.67, whatever the 1618 was from the high to the low. Thanks. Can you also do Maple Finance, please? Yes, I can. Big booties in the house. Let's go. Acts AI, the prophecy. I don't know if you were able to look at it yesterday. Yeah, we'll take a look at it. Flip coins for 10. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. That is awesome. Yeah, let's look at flip coins, and then we'll take a look at the other coins. Yeah, we'll take a look at all of your guys' coins. So another one is used car. So for used car, yeah, the same for used car. We established a floor. We actually double bottomed here at 3077. So it's only a 589,000 market cap, and it has around 50% lock liquidity, which is very good. As of right now, 2028 and 2066 are in play, and then 2 cents, and then from there back up to its high, and then I mean, this thing could go parabolic, and here we have a target just like Billy at around $5, which would be crazy. What's the circulation? Is it also a billion? Yeah, actually, it's way less. So the total supply for used car is only 331 million. So for it to hit $1, it would be a 332 million market cap. So it could go a whole another 10x from there. So that's crazy. Very, very, very crazy for used car. But as far as TA goes, again, nothing's bullish until we break this area of resistance. I threw $100 on Billy just for fun. Damn, you guys, see, this is what's pushing up the price. You're not letting me get in. I mean, if I'm holding it to like 100x anyway, so it doesn't really matter if I buy it now or not. But I wanted to get in as cheap as possible. And now, look, the RSI is up here. So obviously we're going to get some sort of retracement, maybe, right, if it doesn't go back in the green. Because usually the big moves up happen, the impulsive moves up happen at the end. So you see here, it was oversold, and then you got one more move up. And look, that one move up pushed it higher by around 300%. So, I mean, technically, there's still that hope. Let's take a look at SNEC and CKB. Yeah, so for SNEC, it's still stuck in resistance. It does look like it's attempting to break out right now. Yeah, it looks like it's attempting to break out. But we do need to break 2036. Once that breaks, the next target would be 2052. And then from there back up to its high, and then 2 cents 40 would be in play. And that's pretty much it for SNEC. As far as support, I mean, we found support here. Yeah, we found support at the 0.5, so that is still valid support as of right now. And then actually, technically, you're still over the 382, so 2033 would still be support as of right now. All right, let's see. Give me 1 second. All right, let's see. CKB, nervous network. Yeah, same with nervous network. The good thing with nervous network there is that, look, we actually came down and tagged the 786 support. So if you bought here, theoretically you bought the low, so they could possibly go and still maintaining an uptrend. So whoever bought that, congratulations. And then in terms of, yeah, I mean, I guess it would be on the macro time frame, it would be 206 and 2085. And then on the shorter time frame, you're getting stuck here at the 236 at 205 to 2065. So if we don't get a breakout here, we are going to come back down to the low. But if we do, it should send us back up to 2097, and then we can start taking a look at it on the macro time frame. But that's pretty much it for Nervous Network. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And thank you. And again, thank you so much for the 10. I appreciate that. Let's see. What am I missing? Oh, okay. So ACT, ACT. Oh, this thing, right? Act 1 AI, I don't know if you were able to look it up yesterday. I did not. I don't think I looked it up yesterday. Or if I did, I don't remember. Yeah, so for ACT, what caused this massive sell-off? I mean, this was a nasty rug. Look at this. 77% drop. So for ACT, is there a reason why it went down that much? And then as far as right now goes, it's bearish under 8 cents 66, and it's bullish over 13.73. Once that breaks, it should send us back up to 29 cents. But that's pretty concerning that it dropped 77% in 2 days. So just be careful with this coin. What's up, Aloe? Welcome to the live stream. Let's go. Swift coin price predictions, please. What's up, Kiddish? Yeah, I could take a look at Swift coin for you. Flex, is there a reason why it dropped by 77%? I don't know if you're typing. Or I don't see it. No. Or I don't know if you're still here or not, but. And please let me know if I missed any of your guys' coins. And then you want Swift coin. Yeah, so nothing's actually happened with Swift coin. Yeah, we're just waiting to break out, honestly. Yeah. We need to break 1 cent 50, around 1 cent 49, 1 cent 50. That should send us back up to 2 cents 30. That is the next area of resistance. From there, it would be previous high and then my 8 cent target. And as of right now, as long as it stays over 1 cent 14, you're just getting accumulated in this area of resistance, which isn't bad. It's a good thing. And you know, a breakout at 1 cent 50 should be imminent as long as we stay over 1 cent 14. If we don't, then we're probably going to get a bigger drop down and a bigger capitulation down, making a lower low and then validating this downtrend that's forming. I think Flex left. Yeah, Flex might have left. Okay. Let's see. Maple Finance. Didn't that change? Didn't they change Maple? Yeah, they changed it, right? No, they changed this. So it was this. Yeah, it was this. And then they changed it to this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I could take a look at Maple Finance for you. Do you know that if Coinbase is supporting the token migration or no? You probably don't, or I mean maybe you should know because you have the coin, but yeah. So for Maple Finance not using the SWIC, obviously there's really very little data to work with. Over 14 cents is bullish. 20 cents would be in play, which it looks like we're going up to right now. That is the next area of resistance. Once that breaks, I would say 35 cents, and then 85 cents would be in play. If it breaks below, If it breaks below 1440, then 1160 would be in play, and then it's no longer bullish, bearish under 1160. And if it breaks this previous low, we're going to be making a lower low, which will not be bullish at all for Maple Finance. Not financial advice, just my opinion. BTC rode to 70%? No way. Let me see. I guess I could just look it up like this. I know there's a button over here. There has to be a button here. Yeah, it's 63%. No way. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Yo, that's insane. I mean, is BTC dominance at the 1618? Or sorry, the 786? Yeah. It actually broke the 64%. So you're not wrong. It's not 70% though. It's 73%. And then after that, it's I mean, it can't be 109%. How funny would that be? Everything would be dead. But yeah, I don't know. We're just literally waiting for Bitcoin dominance to drop right now. So I'm still here. I don't know why it dropped that much. It was on my radar and decided to put some money. I hope you bought it when it was down here though, because technically it's still consolidating. So you laid down and now you're consolidating. So as long as you don't keep going back down, yeah, 120%. That is pretty funny. Like it was 109%, right? Imagine Bitcoin dominance at 109%. Yeah, 9. That's pretty funny. We'd all be broke. We'd all lose. So Flex, yeah. As long as you get consolidation over this previous low, you should be fine. But again, it's bearish under 8 cents 60, and it's bullish over 13. So you got ways to go. But also be careful with coins that have this kind of graph or chart because, yeah, you don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but obviously someone sold a big chunk of their act and it went down 77%. You know what I mean? So just be careful with that. That's not good. Yeah. Anyway, not financial advice. This is all just my opinion. Let's see. Troll on... wait, hold on. Trump coin and voxel if possible, please. Do you mean Trump like the official Trump coin or like the official president's rug pull, or Trump coin as in like the MAGA coin on Dex Screener? And then you want voxies, which I can do. Yeah, so for taking a look at voxies, nothing has happened from our last video. So from the high to the low, we are just stuck in resistance. So bearish under 7 cents 30, bullish over 16 cents. Once we get over that, 59 cents would be in play. And then from there to the moon. And very simple for voxies. If it does break below 7 cents 40, then it is going to be macro bearish, and we're probably going to come back down to the lows. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Let's see. Troll on Solana. Yeah, so we... Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Oh, you know what? Probably did draw it like that, yeah. So let me just draw it again. Yeah, for troll on Solana. Bearish under 26, bullish over 28. This entire box is resistance. Once this breaks, then it should send us back up to 3 cents 30. From there to the previous high, and then 6 cents would be in play. Yeah, let's see how possible that is. Yeah, it's only 150%, which is going to put the market cap around like 60 million, $50 million. So, not financial advice, just my opinion. Can you take a look at Swift? We already did. You can rewind the video and you could watch the video. You could watch it. It was like 5 or 10 minutes ago. We already looked at Swift coin. Let's see. After Trump and Voxel check out, what do you think ACS? Oh, are you talking about Access Protocol? Yeah, so for Access Protocol, what do I think ACS is up to? I mean, this chart doesn't look too good, but let's see if we can find the full chart. There we go. Yeah, so for this this chart doesn't look too good. It looks like it's just making lower lows and it's slowly going to zero. So for Access, even before we would have said 23632 as resistance. We came up, got stuck twice, came down, made a lower low, and then back here we would have set the same thing, 23632. We came up, got stuck, and then made a lower low. So right now, I mean, it's the same thing, right? So 23632 is resistance at this box. So if you're planning on holding it, and hodlers got absolutely wrecked here because you held the giant moves up and then you didn't, and you've been holding and you actually made a lower low, which is not bullish at all. So 2021 and 2035, that needs to break, and then 2078 macro bullish would be in play. But if we never break this, or if we go up like we did the last 2 times, we could come back down and make a lower low, and then we don't know how low this is going to go before it basically goes to zero. So be careful with Access Protocol. Not financial advice, just my opinion. But on the upside, once it does break 2035, 2078, and then previous high would be in play. And then just keep in mind that's around a 400 to around a 17x from the current price. So not financial advice, just my opinion, obviously. Can you check out B-cut and buy the dip? B-cut. Oh my god, hold on. Alright, B-cut. Bits crunch. Yeah, I don't know what this coin is. Be careful. It's not confirmed. There's a huge thing. Red mark on there. B-cut. All right, I think this is the right coin. But for some reason, this is like a little bit higher wicks. But yeah, so taking a look at B-cut, before we would have said, 236, 382, 618. It didn't quite tag the 618, but it did get close to it, and then we made a lower low. So as of right now, the same thing is valid for B-cut. Bearish under 4 cents, bullish over 6 cents 80, and then 16.22 would be in play. Keep in mind, again, we can still come back up to those areas and still get rejected. Come back down, make a lower low if we don't establish a floor. So be careful with that. And that's pretty much it for B-cut. It is a gamble play. You already know that. So yeah, not financial advice, just my opinion. And thank you. And then you said buy the dip. Oh, this is a gamble play. Buy the dip. Yeah, be careful with this coin. Obviously, you know that. Why does that have so much locked liquidity? Is everything locked? Why does it have 4.2 million locked liquidity? That makes no sense. The market cap is 4.5 million and it has 4.2 million locked liquidity. How does that make sense? From the high to the low, bearish under 3068, bullish over 3091. Once that breaks, again, 2014 would be in play. And then as of today, that is around a, yeah, that's around a 200% pump from the current price. If this thing goes parabolic and if this thing flies up on out of here, then 1 cent is in play. And then 1 cent is around a 20x from the current price. So very, very, very possible for buy the dip. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Can you look at SPX 6900? Yeah. Yeah, so for SPX 6900, yeah, we're over the 382, so as long as it stays over 52 cents, 84 cents is in play. And then previous high, you saw resistance at 117 and then 178. And then from there, you're looking at SPX up to $6, which as of today is going to be around almost a 10x, so around a 10x. So that's going to put the market cap around 5 billion, which again is not impossible. I think 5 to 10 billion is possible for any coin. Once you start going over that, then you better be like Cardano, or you better be, you know, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, you know, those kind of coins, blue chip coins, like even Chainlink. What did Chainlink go to? I think Chainlink topped at 50 billion, right? No, 20 billion. So even Chainlink topped at 20 billion. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Not my just my opinion, not financial advice. Thank you for your opinion. You're welcome. Official Trump coin. Okay. Let's look. Official Trump. Official Trump. Let's see. Yeah, so for official Trump, yeah, so bearish under 1270, which we're actually maintaining levels over, which is very good. Bullish over 17 should send us to 31. Now, as long as we consolidate in this area of resistance, we should be fine. But if we do break below 1278, we will be macro bearish, and the next area of support would be around $9.93. And then on the upside, once 18 breaks, 31 would be in play. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion. That buy the dip looks sketchy. Yeah, you know, it has a lot of locked liquidity. So, but I don't know how it's possible to have the same amount of locked liquidity than market cap. So like the ratios are the same. So if this thing hits $1 billion market cap, the locked liquidity is going to be $1 billion. So I don't know, like I don't know how that makes sense. Something doesn't make sense to me. Someone locked up $4.2 million of their own money and bought this coin. What's the distribution? Interesting. Yeah. And it's all checkmark too, so it's not bad. You and Vision have this weird fetish with liquidity. Yes, it's because if a coin isn't liquid, so it's like imagine if here, this is like the perfect analogy for you. I think you're gonna understand it. So imagine if there's a swimming pool and there's a diving board, okay? Now imagine if you jump in the swimming pool and it's filled with water. Nothing's gonna happen, right? So imagine if like now you relate that with money. So you so you basically so you basically throw all your money into the water or whatever, this coin. It's not really gonna like cause any big change, right? Because there's a whole bunch of water. Now imagine the same swimming pool, but imagine if it has no water in it whatsoever, and then you dive in and you break your neck, and then now you definitely don't have any money because you can't work, you can't really do anything, you're disabled probably for life, and now you can't really buy anything or buy any coins, right? So okay, maybe that's not a good analogy, but how do I describe liquidity? Maybe I should ask Siri or something, but I don't know. It's really important to have good liquidity because again, it has a good. Now imagine if the devs drain the swimming pool. Yeah, you're right. Imagine if you're diving and then you see the water levels going down. Yeah, that happens. That definitely happens. But when you have locked liquidity, so that's the difference. So like when you see this over here and when you see that this liquidity is locked, that means they can't touch it. It's burned. Okay, nobody can burn it. Now they could do what Crow did, which is, oh, we burned, but we're gonna remint. That's so bad. So that's why I'm not a big fan of Crow, because I can't believe that they actually did that. And yeah, they increased their supply. But you could actually come down here and see if it's mintable, no, and if they can and if the ownership has been renounced, yes. So with Crow, for example, obviously they have where is it? Obviously they have the ability to mint coins, so that's not good at all. I can't find it. Maybe I just can't find it on Dex Screener. But they do have the function of being able to mint coins, obviously, which is what they did. That's it. 1%. That's so bad. Even OXT has better. Oh my gosh, OXT is going down. What the heck? What happened? Is Bitcoin breaking down? Oh no, Bitcoin's breaking down, isn't it? No. Watch OXCs being delisted. Damn. The nail in the coffin. No more. I'm not touching crypto ever again. Not only can they remint, but they can wash trades. So coin looks like it has a lot of volume and liquidity, then they dump on you. That's true. And it's bot trading. And I think it's very, very, very shady. And if you look at the order books, and if you actually look at like the buying and the selling, you can almost see. So if you go on Coinbase and if you go on the order books, you can see how the bots are trading it. Because it's funny, because with OXT, for example, they buy like 5,900 and then they sell 5,900. And then they buy like 6 transactions of like 5,000, 4,000, 3,000 like coins. And then they sell like 6,403 like 7 times. So I'm just like, you guys are obviously moving the price up. You guys are obviously moving the price down. So it's a little disappointing that it's not really as a free market as I like it to be. There's definitely manipulation and price suppression, also price pumping going on. But you know, maybe they're doing it because they need to increase the volume, because that's one of the requirements on Coinbase or on the exchanges that they're listed at, right? So you just never know the reason behind, but it is what it is. Is Turbo going to hold? That's a good question. I don't know. I wish I knew, but I don't know. There's no way anybody can tell you, but we could take a look at it. Yeah, so what I don't want to see is if it double topped, okay? We need to see a breakout right now. Yeah, you see we literally like came up twice to the 618 and got rejected both times. So, if you're planning on holding, then it doesn't matter because you have a long ways to go. So it could come back down here and then go up, or it could come back down here and then go up, which at that time it would be 2033 to 2041. And then the next target is going to be the 618, which is 2089. So that's the next time where you're going to go okay, well, hey, am I going to sell because we're stuck in resistance, or is this thing going to go back up to the previous high? But theoretically you're doing the same thing right now, right? Because we're at the 618 basically. But one thing is that imagine everyone that set that with Bitcoin, okay? So we'll take a look at Bitcoin and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Pretty important stuff here. So like for Bitcoin, you remember how we were like, hey, we're getting stuck. We were getting stuck at the 618. So like, people that sold just missed out on this giant pump. You see that? And how long did it take? Oops. So yeah, we started from when we started getting stuck to when we broke out was 6 days. So for Turbo, let's do the same thing. I'm not saying it's going to match like 6 days, 6 days. I'm just saying, yeah, so it was, it's been 7 days that it's been getting stuck at the 618. So again, with any sort of pullback, both of these areas are still valid for the next move up. But if we do break below 34, then we are going to get a bigger move down to 29, if not lower. I don't know if it's going to hold, but I really do hope that it does. And I hope it goes to the moon. Slow day. I think it's because it's Friday. Everybody's out partying. Everybody's out celebrating. It's Friday. Friday. Yay. Let's see. I actually changed up my watch list coins. I'm going to be making weekly update videos on top 100 coins than before, other than member coins, obviously. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Dogecoin, Cardano, Jasmy, Onyx Coin, Apecoin, Turbo, Terra Luna, Mog, Digibyte, Swiftcoin, Zebic, Spell Token, which is on the fence of being delisted from Crypto Meow Analysis. Not a lot of engagement with Spell Token. Goldfinch, Helium, Pangolin, Green Satoshi Token, which is another one, and then Shapeshift Fox, which is another one. I might be replacing those three with other top 100 coins. But yeah, I mean, anybody who ended up dollar cost averaging down and accumulating Green Satoshi Token is absolutely getting wrecked. This thing has no bottom. It's just making lower lows. So that's very, very, very unfortunate for Green Satoshi Token holders. Can you check B3 and Pengu? Yeah. So I actually just uploaded a video on B3 yesterday. But yeah, I don't think anything has changed with it. Yeah, so I think we're still getting stuck, or we're still under the macro 382, which we are. So as of right now, we're just consolidating in resistance. The next target is going to be 2096. So yeah, flip coins. So basically, you know, you really want to accumulate. Or for me, for example, I always accumulate at the 236 because even if we make a lower low, you know, at that point it's like, ooh, do I want to keep the coin or not? But at that point, you know, we're looking at resistance at the 236, 382, and 618. So the perfect example would have been Turbo, right, where you ended up buying under the 236 here because we said, oh, we have resistance here and here, and then you would have bought, you would have started a position, and then if you were trading, you would have had an opportunity to sell at the 618 or even right now based on that position, and you would be up, you know, almost 300% on that position. So a lot of these coins, you know, they haven't gone up. So for example, Turbo's up here, right? But B3 hasn't hit at 618. And the thing is that not every single coin's guaranteed to do a 618 retracement, right? So it just really it just really depends on the coin, and it just really depends if this is the coin that's going to go up. So anyway, I hope that made sense. I know that's a lot of information, but I hope that made sense. So bearish under 20 is 47, bullish over 20 is 62, and then 20 is 95 would be in play for B3. And then Pengu, yeah, what the hell is this coin? Yeah, so for Pengu, yeah, we broke the 382. We came back, retested it. We're still over it. So as long as we stay over 1 cent 13, 2 cents 25 is in play. We might experience resistance at 16. But once 2 cents 27 breaks, it's just send us back up to the high. Again, you will have resistance at 3 cents 70. So 7 cents would be in play. Keep in mind, Pengu back up to its all-time high is around a 500% pump. And then from there, you're looking at 43 cents for Moonboy target. But at any point, if we fall below 1 cent 13, 207 needs to hold. Otherwise, we're going to be macro bearish. That's pretty much it for Pengu. Not financial advice, just my opinion. What's going to happen with what? With FLR? Like, what is that? What's going to happen with FLR? I don't know. Yeah, so nothing's really happening with FLR. So on the shorter time frame, yeah, on the shorter time frame, bearish under 1 cent 70, bullish over 2 cents 10. We are over the 236 right now, so we're no longer bearish. And then once 2 cents 13 breaks, you're looking at 2 cents 79 is in play. And then from there back up to its all-time high. But other than that, it looks pretty bearish right now. And if it doesn't hold this level, we are going to come back down to the lows. Aerodrome. I think this was listed on Coinbase first, yes. So we actually bounced on support, right? Yeah, we did. So we held over 27 cents. That's really good. That's a 618. Now, yeah, so bullish over 63 cents. So we're attempting to break out right now, which is very good. $1.04 is in play right now, followed by previous high. On the way down, 63 cents does need to hold. And yeah, we have support here at 51 to 59 cents. If it doesn't hold, we are going to get a bigger move down. I'd say a bigger move down to 40 cents if this box doesn't hold at 51 to 59 cents. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. What is this coin? It's up 58% on the day. All I needed to do is put 10 grand on this, or 20 grand, and then I would be at 30 grand. And then I need to do that another 10 times, and then I can afford to buy a house. paid off, which is my goal. Zero interest, baby. I ain't gonna pay banks nothing. That's the dream, of course. Like, obviously, I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, I'm not gonna say that's not gonna happen, but that's the dream. Pocket full of change. Picture me rolling. Velo. Let's take a look at Velo. Damn, why is it so hot in here? I'm gonna open the door. Give me 1 second. Oh, is Matthew Dropco in the house or no? Matthew Dropco's not in the house, huh? But I have a story for him. Yeah, let's take a look at Velo. Yeah, Velo's not doing bad. It's making higher highs and higher lows across the board. So yeah, it's still consolidating in resistance. So bullish over 110.83 and then bearish under 206. And then once that breaks, you are looking at retesting 10 cents 89. And that's pretty much it for Velo. Again, it's not bad. You're making higher highs and higher lows across the board. So I'm assuming the RSI's also following suit. Yeah, so you were oversold here and you bottomed. Oversold, and oversold. Not quite oversold, but yeah. So, and then overbought was here. Overbought was here. But this is what you're looking for. And then here, which is here. Yeah, so not bad. What's up, Gearhead? How are you? Welcome to the almost the end of the live stream. We've almost been live for about an hour. Yeah, so hey, just FYI guys, my plan is to go live every single day this month in May. So on the weekdays it's going to be on the weekdays it's going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then on the weekends it's just going to be in the mornings. They're going to be a little bit longer streams, but yeah, my goal is to go live every single day in May. So just FYI, I will be here. I will look at your guys' coins, whatever coin requests you have. I'm trying to up my sub count. That's the goal of this whole thing, is to try to up my subscriber count. I'm trying to make sure I get to 10,000 subscribers by December, by the end of the year. So right now Bitcoin's doing good, obviously, so my subs are starting to go up. So I do want to capitalize on that. So just FYI. And for everyone else, feel free to come by and ask for your coins. And I can definitely take a look at them for you. It's so over. No, it's not. What are you talking about? Bitcoin just broke the 618. Like, Bitcoin just broke its 618. So why are we so bearish? I don't get why we're bearish now, right? Where, yeah, we're over the 618 at around 95K. Wait, hold on. Yeah, there we go. 94.33, and 100,000 is the next target, and then 109, and then my 140 target for the cycle. Imagine if I'm right. I would, like, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, I was right, I told you guys. But imagine if, like, because I don't know, I'm like, anyone could make a price prediction, right? My price prediction for this cycle was Bitcoin topping at 140,000. Okay, between 140 and 160, and I showed you guys where I got that number every single time. But imagine if it actually goes to that level. Best case scenario, I would be so happy. It is also, Hold on, give me a second. Hey, what's going on? You okay? Are you okay? That's funny. The two cats outside are playing with the two cats. My two cats inside are playing with the two cats that we're caring for outside. Anyway, yeah, so I don't think the top is in yet. Also, I mean, just looking at the the weekly time frame. Yeah, I mean, the RSI is curling up. We already curled over the moving average on the RSI, so we're about to make a higher high, in my opinion. And this higher high should take us to 140, between 140 and 160. So I really do think that we're gonna get that higher high. And then once that happens, that's when Bitcoin dominance is gonna drop and alt season is gonna start. Sorry, the little one, she puts her paw like through the screen and the other one outside like swats it, and I just don't want her to get hurt. So I always look at them. And then they're both looking back at me like, oh, nothing's the matter. Swiftcoin moved up to 149. Some good strength in that small cap. Yeah, we already looked at Swiftcoin too. We looked at Swiftcoin earlier. It's between somewhat over and definitely over. No, I don't think so. I still don't think it's over. But you were saying that even back here when Bitcoin was at 78, 79,000. And we said, and we've been saying the same, I've been saying the same thing over and over again, where remember I said I'm going to sell everything if Bitcoin goes down to this level, and it didn't. Look. Actually, it wasn't on log. That's right. Yeah, so yeah. So we said 74 and 88, and it actually ended up holding this level. So it never actually broke this level. And I said I was going to sell everything if Bitcoin breaks below 88 to 74,000. What? Spy pump. Yeah, I don't get why people compare SPY with BTC. I mean, when BTC came out, when did BTC come out? I wonder if I could overlay. Yeah. Compare since ETF release. When did the ETF release? Was that last April? No, it was February of 2024, right? Was it? Yeah, it was like right here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's over, but I mean, we'll see. So are you, Aloe, are you in anything right now, or are you completely out because you actually think that it's over? Are you waiting like for a couple more years to buy at the lows, to buy BTC at the lows? Or are you still holding something? Like, are you still actually holding coins? Waiting SPY to bottom. So you think we're going to go back down to 477? Damn, imagine if we do come back down to 477 and it's something like this. Yeah, that's scary. Like, imagine if we get something like this. Yeah, because technically we could still make, yeah, we're still technically at a 618 retracement right now. So if SPY doesn't break, if SPY doesn't stay over 564, we're going to be making that lower low, and we're going to be validating this downtrend. And we were in a nasty downtrend here. And then once we broke out, then we retested it, and then textbook move up. How high was this? Yeah, because last time SPY, yeah, we had a 27% correction. Yeah, so 27% would put SPY down to 445. Now it doesn't have to be 27%. What was it this time? Oh, this was a 36%. Wow. Yeah, I think this was the COVID crash. Yeah, I think, yeah, 57%. This was the housing market crash. That's brutal. Yeah, I think I agree with you. I don't think we bottomed yet. I think we're just getting a dead cat bounce right now. We'll see. But for now, let's look at my OXT. Yeah, wow, it's going to 0 on the live stream. Taking a look at OXT on the live stream, going to 0. It's okay. Let's see. How's Dogelon doing? Yeah, Dogelon's going down too. This is not good. Not good at all. I'm just waiting for one of these candles to spawn in for my coins. Bam! Literally like over 100% in one day. Yeah, 22 would be 100%. Wow. Yeah, Vino, we already looked at Aerodrome. And actually, oh, Demon, welcome to the end of the live stream. What's up, man? What would you like me to look at for you? You caught me just in time. I was about to say my final statements. What is not good? No, nothing. Everything's good. I think Bitcoin's very, very, very bullish. SPY is getting stuck at the 618, but that really doesn't matter. I don't like comparing SPY and BTC. I think, yeah, I mean, with BTC, look, we're still over this area, the 74 to 88, and then my target at 140 and 160 is still in play. And we are actually over the 618 right now, so 100K is in the works right now. The 100K is in play right now on the upside. Oh, I was probably talking about OXT where I said it's not good because it's actually going back down. Yeah, it's actually dropping on the live stream right now, which is crazy. Like, you would think that eventually the selling would stop. Yeah, wow. I mean, the stock RSI is down here though, so we're probably going to get a big move down and then a move up. But the good thing is that with OXT, yeah, we know as long as it stays over 662, we're going to get that next bounce up. And that's exactly what happened here. You can see we came back down, tagged 382, and then got that next leg up. Same here. 382 would be 661, and then the next move up. So I might put in a buy order at 661 just because that would be a good time to buy. Yeah, we already looked at Turbo. I actually made a video on it, but I can take a look at it again for you before I leave. So we can take a look. Taking a look at Turbo again on the live stream. We are getting stuck at the 618. Price to beat would be 2058. Once that breaks, next area of resistance is 87 and then previous high. And on the downside for Turbo, it does need to hold, it does need to stay over 30, yeah, 33 to 42. So it does need to hold this area for support. And that's pretty much it for Turbo. Once this thing breaks, it's going to probably fly up on out of here. Ross Jin, Woo Network. I'm assuming it's this one. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, so taking a look at Woo. Yeah, it made a lower low. We said that's not bullish. On the macro time frame, bearish under 12 cents 40, bullish over 20 cents, and then 47 cents would be in play. Keep in mind, last time we made a low and we consolidated, I would have said the same thing, right? Where we said we had resistance at 19 to 30, and then the next area would be 59 cents. And like clockwork, we came up, got rejected, smacked back down, came up, got rejected, 382, came down, went up, broke the 382, came up and actually tagged the 618, and then we didn't break it, so we came back down, came back up, retested the 382, and then made a lower low. So again, just don't get overly excited. So like for people that were holding and just never sold, they're actually negative now, even though the price went up, 500%. So just keep that in mind. Now, as of right now, just remember, bearish under 12 cents 40, bullish over 20, and then 47 cents. If it comes up to 20 cents and gets smacked back down, you're validating this downtrend, this giant downtrend that's forming, making lower highs and lower lows across the board. So not bullish at all, okay? Not financial advice, just my opinion, and good luck. Demon for 2, let's go. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. And Ross Jin for 2, let's go. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Super chat's coming in. I think I might stay. Might stay another hour. No, I'm just joking. I can't stay another hour. But yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much for the super chats. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Now, with that being said, I think we'll call it there if I don't get any more coin requests in the next couple minutes. Or maybe I'll do a couple more coin requests, and then I'll call it. But yeah, thank you so much for the super chats. I really appreciate that. Yeah, be careful with this coin. Coinbase likes to release coins and then dump on retail. Yeah, well, you could take a look at VVV. Take air, bro. What does that mean? Does that mean like goodbye? I think you've already told me this, but I promise I really forgot what that means. I'm assuming that means like goodbye. Let's see. Yeah, this coin was listed on Coinbase. We are getting stuck at the 382 at $4.75. Once we break 475, retesting 880 would be in play, and then from there to the moon, we'll take a look at it on that time at that time frame. At that time. Now, as long as it consolidates in resistance, it should be fine. But at any point, if it does fall below 326, then we will be macro bearish. And that's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Take care, bro. It's a meme. Got it. Okay. You've already told me that. I think you said that last time too. But I forgot. But I forgot. I'm like, take air. Do I have a machine? You think Maneki has a chance? I mean, I can't, I don't know, but all I know is that it's still staying over 2016. So as long as it stays over 2016, you're probably going to come back up and retest 2032. But at any point, if it does fall below that, we're probably going to get a bigger capitulation back down to the lows. So right now, it's kind of hanging on for dear life at 2016. So if it doesn't hold, maybe, yeah, it's probably going to come back down to the lows. But if it does get a bounce from it, which we did last time, then 2032 would be in play. And then once we break that area, then we can start looking at the upsides, the upside targets. But good luck with that. Octa. Ooh, there's a couple. I'm assuming you're talking about Octa Space, right? I like this. Very low supply, very low, relatively low market cap. And this coin really hasn't been doing much, but it is still up 375%, so that's not bad. Yeah, so taking a look at Octa Space. Yeah, so for Octa Space, yeah, we're attempting to break out right now. So bullish over 65 cents should take you back up to $1.07, and then from there to the moon. And then, yeah, you have a target here at $8.96 once it goes into price discovery and once it breaks a previous high. And then on the way down, it just needs to stay over 48 cents. As long as you get consolidation accumulation in this area, once we break 65 cents again, 107, and then previous high would be next. That's pretty much it for Octa. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Ross Jin for another 2. Thank you so much. You already super chatted me. I was gonna look at your coin anyway, but thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the 4 beans. Let's go. 4 beans in the house. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. And I think with that being said, I mean, yeah, I guess I never want to leave on a super chat, so we gotta wait a couple more minutes, see if we get any other coin requests, and then we'll bounce, and then we'll call it. I love how we're on OXT right now and nobody's talking crap. It's just like, this isn't that bad though, right? This isn't that bad of a chart. What is this? Dorky. Oh, this is a meme. Oh, this is a gamble. Oh no, you're gambling. You are gambling. Good luck. But let's take a look at it for you. I'm assuming you mean this one? Yeah, 2.4 mil. Hold on. There has to be a better chart. Give me a second. No, there isn't. Yeah, are you talking about this coin? 3 cents. Flip Coins, thank you for coming to the live stream, and I really appreciate the super chat. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next live stream. And yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. Good luck. I hope Turbo is over the 618 at that point, because if it is, that's going to be a really big move up. So tomorrow when we wake up and when we're all on the live stream, well, if we see Turbo over 58, good game, right? It's going to the moon. Let's see. Pump/dump. Is this the right coin, Roshjin? I'm assuming this is the right coin, but if you could let me know. Yeah, 2.4 million market cap. Seems like it's the right coin. Got it. Okay, so yeah, so it's bullish over the 382 right now. 5 cents 40 is in play, and then previous high. And then, I mean, these are the type of coins that you could just see a giant God candle, right? 94 cents would be in play. So exactly like, you know, coins that are under like a certain market cap. Really gamble. Very, very, very big gamble play. But again, I mean, you're looking at a 25x to around $1, 94 cents, which is a target. But again, we need to break over 5 cents 40. Once that breaks 16 cents. Now, if we don't double top, then 94 cents is in play. Price discovery, but keep in mind we can get stuck at either of these levels at 5 cents 40 or 16 cents. So that does need to break. And that's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Now, with that being said, I think I'm gonna call it. So thank you so much for everyone. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you so much for the super chats, for the subscribers, memberships, and everything. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Just remember, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. This is just for entertainment purposes. This is just satire. Nothing more. None of this is financial advice. I'll catch you guys in the next live stream. I will be live streaming every day this month. Again, Monday through Friday, it will be 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then on the weekends, it'll be in the morning. So I'll catch you guys in the next live stream tomorrow. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. I hope our coins go up. My coin is not going up. It's actually going down. So I really hope it does go up. And yeah, have a great night.